Today I'm playing Alex, and I'm playing Black Powder's Day Napoleonics. I've not played them before, and Alex has found a way that we can play with reduced size units on a 4 foot by 3 foot table, and we're playing 400 odd points aside. Alex has done some lists. We've both got 3 brigades each. Here's the French, and here's the Spanish. Here's a quick look at the French. That's the 1st Brigade, 2nd Brigade there, 2 line and 1 skirmisher units, and here's the 3rd Brigade with some more line and some dragoons. The glorious Spanish, which I'm playing. Looking first, there's the 1st Brigade with the dragoons and the gun. The 2nd Brigade, again, just got 2 or 3 units of line and a unit of skirmishers. And the 3rd Brigade, which is the interesting one, I've got 4 units of guerrillas, 2 units of and 3 units of militia. Quick error on my behalf. If you look to the army lists, some of the skirmishers are actually depicted in 6s, but they should be in 8s. Alex deployed his 1st Brigade on the left, his 2nd Brigade in the middle, and his 3rd Brigade on the right. Whilst I deployed my 3rd Brigade on the left, my 2nd Brigade in the middle, and my 1st Brigade on the right. And here's a quick overview of the table. You might be able to see a couple of objective markers running across the middle of the table, just in case we needed to decide who won. Here we go, let's see how it goes. Game on, and as I say, Alex is going to be teaching me, so he's been very patient with me.
Right, okay, so we just rolled. Alex is the first player, he rolled highest, which is always a bad sign for me when someone rolls the first dice. What we're going to do, Alex? What are you going to do?
What am I going to do? Okay, well, on my left, that's the ones facing the wood. I'm going to give a brigade order.
These sticks here are 12 inches, Alex. And
yeah.
And these sticks are 6 inches. And this one is 4 inches. I don't think we need 4 inches. So if you need any measuring, I mean, most things are moving at increments of 6 anyway, aren't they? Or 3 inches, you said, didn't you?
Yeah, okay.
So we need them, we've got them. So, okay, over here on the right hand side, what are you going to do first?
So they're going to move straight towards the wood. Just go straight forward as far as they can.
So
they can't.
Do I need to roll a dice for that?
You do. 2 dice.
2 dice.
And I've got a command of 7. So I need 7 or more. Oh, sorry, 7 or less. 7 or less.
What does it say command on your sheet? Is this your big man, is it, or your lead road? Oh yes, 7, I see, yeah. 7 or less, okay. Roll 7.
So they can do 1 move straight forward, 6 inches then.
So that's 6 inches, so straight forward. Like that. To there. And you've got your dragoons as well there, Alex.
Yeah, the whole lot go forward.
And they're right on the right hand side. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, next in the middle here.
Yeah, they're going to do the same. They're going to move forward as far as they can.
So this is 7 as well. They're all 7s, your guys. So
they are.
7 as well. You rolled exactly 7. So
yeah, they move up as well then.
6 inches as well. What about the gun?
No, that'll have to stay where. I think that'll have to be. I'll roll separately for that because I want to move it forward and unlimber it, so it has to be a different order.
Oh, so at the moment it's limbered, is it? So you're not moving the gun?
No, I'll order that separately.
Okay. Your
I'll now want to order the gun to move forward one move and unlimber.
okay. So.
So to do that, it needs to be able to do 2 moves.
Okay. So again, that's 7, is it?
7, yeah.
7. You're rolling 7 every time.
So it can move forward, but it can't unlimber then.
So that was only 1 move. So what did you need
Yeah.
for 2 moves?
I needed 6. No, sorry, I needed 5.
Well, you take off 2 for a second move, do you?
Yeah, you do.
So you just move 6 inches, so we'll face it backwards, so it's unlimbered.
Yeah, so it's still unlimbered.
Okay, and your final brigade?
The infantry to move forward as much as they can.
5. So it's less.
So that can do 2 moves then,
Ooh.
because it's 2 under it. Or actually, they're in march column anyway, so they get a plus. So they get it's a bonus for being in that formation.
Are they in a column? Because obviously, how we've shown.
Yeah, I
lines.
think we should have made that clear. Really, all the French are really are in columns, so they count as a.
Well, I could do
for you.
an easier target. So maybe we could do that.
Yeah, they do.
Do you want me to
So
move,
that unit.
Do you want me to move them like that?
Now, yeah, I think that'll be better really
Yeah.
for today. So at least you know they're in column.
So they're going to move like that. 1, which is 6 inches.
Now, because they're in column, and the French get this thing called part of charge. So they get a +2. So their commander goes up to a 9 effectively.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 5, didn't I? So that
did.
can do 3 moves.
Mm.
So that unit can go forward 3 moves.
So 18 inches then.
It can do 18 inches, correct?
Do you want to do 18 inches?
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Good Lord.
Oh, blimey, that is a long one, isn't it?
It's a short table. All right, if that's what you want.
Does that put you within range or not?
In range? What is my range?
9 inches.
Yeah, it's within 9 inches quite easily.
Now, we should have clarified this really, but in black powder, there is no limitation as to how far you can move and then fire.
Mm-hmm.
But at the club, there's often a house rule move that if you do more than 1 move, you can't shoot.
Yeah.
It depends whether you want to do that or not.
We'll do that. We'll do the house rule.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
Well, no, because we're only playing on a 4x3, aren't we?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can charge across the table and unload.
Yeah, it would be a bit silly. So but that unit has done 3 massive moves, yeah, and it's right there.
Do you want to readjust that? Do you want to roll again? Do you want to roll again? There we go.
No, I don't want to roll again. I've decided I'm going to do that, so I'll do it. Just go for it.
So both. This is your 3rd brigade. So you're going to move that, and your dragoons are part of that brigade as well, aren't they?
The cavalry will be dealt with separately.
Do you always deal with them separately?
You can move the infantry along a bit, so they're next to each other. No, sorry, not near the artillery. I want them further away, the other way. So they're not actually, right slap. That's it. Yeah, that's cool. And now
This is big.
the cavalry, the commander stays where he is until the end of all of his moving.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's now ordering the cavalry to go up. Crikey. Yeah, to go up sort of, they're going to swing round near where your dice are. In fact, they want to get them as far as they can go as well. So they might be alongside the infantry if I get a good dice roll with them.
Okay, so the cavalry. So you want 2 dice again? You want them about here, don't you?
Yeah.
10.
No, so no, they're not going anywhere.
So
Then. They've failed.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So what about your big man? When do you move him?
Right, and that's it. Now the commander
Yeah.
can now move,
Where do you want him?
and the commanders, I think. Do you know? I don't know how far the commanders move. Let me just check. I think they can go. Well, I think he'll put in. Oh crikey! The trouble is that's left my cavalry behind a bit, isn't it? You need to move my commander up so he's within 6 inches of the infantry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just so that he's within command range of the infantry.
But behind them,
Yeah. And how far does that make him away from the cavalry then?
it's about 10 inches.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the cavalry will get a -1 when it tries to move. Okay.
Right. So, do you want me to put all these in column as well?
Yeah. Better had.
Okay. Right. Do I shoot at you now?
No. No. You only shoot in your own move.
So you can't shoot because you double move with them, and your range of your guys is 18 inches.
Yeah, all small bore muskets. So they're small bore muskets. And normal range is 18, but because we're doing half of everything, it's 9, isn't it?
9. So it'd be about there then. So yes, you're out of range. Okay, so
Correct.
is it my turn now?
It is.
So,
If you want to give your units, you do all your moving first, and you can move on initiative. If you're within 6 inches of me, you can move on initiative.
down here they are and they are. So these 2 units here are initiative. So I don't need to activate them with the big man, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you can move on initiative if you want to move them. If you're just going to shoot, you don't have to give an order.
So my
anyway.
range is 18 inches. So do I get half
No,
range?
no, it's 9 inches your range.
9 inches. What's
Yeah.
half range?
Yeah.
What's the? Do I get a modifier for half range?
No, the range is 9 inches.
Yeah.
Close range is 3 inches.
In our terms here.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I want to move up to within 3 inches to shoot at you. So I want to move once. So I've got to move just 3 inches to get into close
Okay,
range.
so your command is 7, yeah, but it's because I'm within 12 inches of the unit you're telling to move forward.
Yep.
It goes down to 6.
Why? Because it gets harder.
But it gets harder for you to give orders if you've got enemy within 6 inches.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to roll this guy here then.
Are you for both units? Is it?
I suppose so. Don't I just roll for the whole brigade?
You can give a brigade order, or you can give a unit to an individual unit, an order to an individual unit. I would suggest you want to give a brigade order there for all 3 of your infantry units to move forward.
4. Because I've got the 2 lights as well.
If you want, it's up to you. It's your
Right.
decision.
So I need 1 to 6 then.
Yeah.
7.
No. So you don't do anything.
They
They
just-
failed.
But they can shoot though, can't they?
Okay.
What about the cavalry? Can I do anything with them?
No, because that brigade commander
If I do a
can't do anything else.
So if I do-
Once you fail, that's it. You don't do anything else.
Oh, I see. Okay. I can still shoot though, can I?
You're unlimbered at the moment. You can't be limbered. You can't come on the table unlimbered. You're facing it. First of all, you've got to unlimber that gun.
Okay, well that's my big man here in the middle then, so I'll try and take control of him. And he is a 7.
They're all 7s, yeah.
I rolled 7, so I'm going to underlimber the gun, needless to say. Do I have to point
No,
in?
sorry, Graham.
Yeah.
Right. Your artillery is part of the brigade that,
1st Brigade.
yeah, that commander has failed, so he can't give any more orders.
No. This is in between here and here. Is my the dragoons are part of the 1st Brigade, and
Yes,
I rolled.
yes, they are.
This brigade here. Oh,
Yes.
yes, you're right. It is part of it. It's there to there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, so the guns failed as well. Right.
Now, in a minute, the very last thing you can get your overall general in command to give that artillery an order.
Yeah, you're right. He's part of that brigade there.
Yeah.
It's all the way up to there, and he's just there, which is handy.
Yeah. So do that last of all, though. Do the rest of your brigade orders first. For in that, the 1st Brigade general can't do any more orders.
No.
So now move on to your 2nd Brigade.
Which is between here and here. This is the small one in the middle.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll
Now
for it.
you either give them before you roll anything.
Yep.
You must tell me what they're going to do. You have to say very clearly what you want that brigade to do before you roll for it.
I want to move to about there.
All right. So is that more than one move? Yeah, it would be. Yeah. So if you're going to move to there, that's good.
That's 7 inches.
Yeah. So you need to get there. You're going to have to get. You're rolling on 7s. You're going to have to get
A 6.
5 to be able to do that.
Minus
A
2.
7 and a 6 is one move.
Yeah.
5, which is 2 under the minimum, would be 2 moves. Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, 9.
No, so they're not going anywhere.
Oh, great. And then so you pass everything and I fail everything.
Oh, incidentally, I should have also. I'll remember these things as I go along, because you're Spanish, and most of your troops are unreliable.
Yes.
They don't roll if you're rolling for a 7, yeah. You don't move on that. You've got to roll under your command figure.
Of course, one less as well.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
They're Spanish, mate. They're Spanish. They don't like moving.
So over here, on my left-hand brigade.
Yes.
I need 6s then, basically.
No. You must tell me what they're going to do.
They're going to go as far forward as they possibly can into the woods.
Yeah. Is that the whole brigade?
And the militia are going to stay outside of the woods. They're going to go there.
Yeah, they should do, really. They can't go in the wood, the militia. So you're going to move them forward as far as they can go. Is that right?
Up to about there, maximum.
Up to about there. Okay, that's cool.
But the guerrillas are going to go as fast as they can. So I'm going to roll. I rolled a 7.
No, they don't go anywhere then.
So nothing's moved at all on my side.
No.
I love
It's a
these
bummer,
rules.
isn't it?
I love these rules. Right.
However,
Can
you
I
can shoot now.
Can I shoot?
You can shoot with your infantry.
So here, I'm going to shoot there first.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm 6 inches away. My range is 9 inches. So I'm not short range, because you said it was within 3 inches, didn't you say, to be short range?
Yeah.
With our modifier. So looking at this, my line, they shoot 2. Is that you've got a 2 against
2.
there? So it's 2 dice. I assume that means.
Yeah, you should shoot the 2 dice. Now, I don't know whether because the French can have this mixed formation. I can have my skirmishers are out at the front of my.
Yeah.
So you're rolling to hit normally on 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
But because you're shooting at the skirmishers that are in front of that unit, it's a bit difficult. What we probably could have done was to have a couple of figures off the base a little bit ahead of the rest of the column, so that we know that they're skirmishers.
Well, let's assume they're there.
Yeah, let's assume they're there. We've got skirmishers out front.
Yeah.
So you're normally hitting on 4, 5, 6, but now because you're shooting at skirmishers that are in skirmish order, they're only hitting on 5, 6.
Okay. So here, I do this.
Yeah.
I need 5s and 6s. I didn't hit anything.
No, okay.
And the other one will do the same, which is there.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't do anything, Alex. 1 and 2. So I've missed.
Nothing at all.
I've got no control, and I've missed with every shot I've done today. Right.
What about your?
Oh, the lights. Can they shoot as well?
Yeah,
So they are about 8 inches.
that's fine. They're within 9 inches,
So
aren't they? So they can shoot.
3 dice, it says here.
And they are 3 dice, yeah, because they're the light infantry, aren't they?
Yeah, the Catalonians only get 2, but these
What-
guys get 3. You've differentiated between the two.
So which is the light infantry? You've got a light infantry unit there.
This is the light infantry here.
Oh right, okay,
So you've given them 3 dice, and the Catalonians only got 2.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 dice. Same again, needing 5s and 6s. I've missed again.
Okay, but the Catalonians, right?
Only get 2
Which
dice.
Oh no.
I'm sharpshooters as well. Does that?
Yeah, your light infantry are also skirmishers and sharpshooters, so they can re-roll a miss. But you're also, because you're sharpshooters, you're hitting on a slightly better factor.
Back to 4,
So-
is it?
Yeah, it's normally 4s. Because you're sharpshooters, it becomes 3s, and because you're shooting at skirmishers, they
Skirmishers.
go back up to 4 again.
Shall I roll them again? Because I know what I rolled.
Yeah, roll them again.
So it's 4s here,
Yes.
and I re-roll 1 dice. So it's 1 hit, and re-roll.
And you re-roll 1.
That's 2 hits.
No, is any of those a 6?
That was a 6.
I can't see them here. Was it a 6? Did you
That's
say?
a 6, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that my unit is disordered.
So I'm going to put a puff of smoke behind it to show it's disordered.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll do the same with this group here, but this is only 2 dice.
No. Well, hold on. Before you do that, you
Go on.
got 2 hits on me, didn't you?
Oh, you got a
So
save.
now, yeah, you got another roll to see whether I saved them or not, and I save on 4, 5, 6.
What's your saving or stamina, you mean? Is it stamina?
4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's the
Your stamina's 3.
it's the morale. It's the morale save. The morale.
Oh, the morale save.
Oh.
Okay, not stamina.
Yeah.
It's 2
So
to
I'm
save.
rolling on 4s.
So 1 4. So you saved 1, lost 1.
Yeah. Okay. So now put a casualty marker.
I'll put a dice beside it to show 1.
Yeah. Okay.
And the other unit here, the Catalonians who only get
Yeah.
2 dice,
2 dice.
hitting on 4s.
They're hitting on 4s.
2 freeze rolls, so it's no good. Reroll 1. 1 hit. Roll a 4.
Yes.
And a saving roll of a 2. So you're taking a hit there as well. So you're taking 1 on each.
Yeah.
That's all right. You've done well there.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
That's your move done.
Okay. Right, your turn. So, where do you want to start? On the left-hand side again?
What?
Over there?
Yeah, with me. No. What you do is the first thing is any initiative moves must be done before anything else.
Oh, okay. So
Now, my French infantry that are not disordered
this group here
can elect to charge,
Okay, so you're
and that's
if
what
you
I'm going to
reach
do.
me. So you are 7 inches away.
Yeah.
Um,
So are they 7 inches away?
yeah, they're just over. That's 6. And there's a,
Okay. Yeah. Well, I can't charge them because I'm not within range. On initiative,
why not? On initiative, surely you are.
on initiative, you can only do 1 move,
Oh, I see.
and
Okay.
one move won't get me at your target.
Got you.
I have to order them instead, which I can still do with my general.
Yep.
So my commander there, that's within 6 inches of that unit,
Yep. Just.
will in fact now order that unit to charge.
So
but I need to be able to do, in other words, to reach you, I need to be able to do 2 moves,
yeah.
don't I?
So it's minus
So
-1.
that
So your stamina
so
is
that
7. Oh no, sorry. Your leadership is
or
7.
commander is 7, but they're French in column. That's +2. They're 9, so he's on 9.
Oh, you get a +2, do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you
because
didn't-
they get the pas de charge is a +1 in addition to the +1 being in column, so it's +2 overall. So yeah, they're pretty good to move around the field. But I can still fail, of course. But you need to roll a 9. Sorry, at least.
You rolled 6.
Yeah, so they can go in because they're 3 under what they should be. They could do 3 things, in fact. So they're going to charge in on your unit.
As there.
Yeah, straight ahead.
In column or do they go into line?
Yeah, no, they go in column.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Okay. What's the second?
The unit there that's disordered, I can't do anything with them because they're disordered.
So when they're
just have to
disordered,
stand.
you can't do anything.
No, I can shoot, but I can't.
Move.
But because it's only the skirmishers that shoot, I only roll 1 dice.
Uh-huh.
If they were in line, I could shoot normally, and in the French would be, for example, in line, I would shoot with 3 dice. But because it's only the skirmishers, you can't have the best of both worlds. If the skirmishers are out in front protecting it from being shot at, they can't shoot through their own skirmishers. So it's only the skirmishers shoot, which is 1 dice.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to stand still and remove the disorder then, I assume?
Yeah. I automatically, after my move, that disorder's removed.
So you're just going to come off then?
Yeah. So, well, it's leave it there until after my finish moving.
Everything's
to remind
moved.
us that it's disordered. Because when I come to shoot it in a minute, we've got to remember that I shoot at lesser effect because I'm disordered.
Oh,
yeah.
after you've shot, you remove the disorder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Everything else.
Just move forward, I assume. Lurch forward.
I'm going to try and move the cavalry first. That's still that commander of the 1st Brigade.
Yep.
Now he's normally 7. He's normally 7, but its distance is a problem because he's more than 6 inches away. It's a 6. So to move that unit, I want to move them forward as much as they can next to the
Like that, in that direction.
Yeah. That's good.
It's 8.
No, they're not going anywhere, then, are they?
Oh, that's good.
Right. In the centre, my 3 columns will move forward as much as they can.
So you're going to use your...
No, I won't. I won't do as much as I can. I go up to... I don't want to be within 9 inches of you. I don't want to be within range of you.
Well, this is 10 inches, so it's just under that.
Yeah. Okay. Move them so they're just out of range. I don't want you to be able to shoot at me.
So assume that... Actually, that would be it, wouldn't it? That's 10 inches away. So
Or is it?
that's a
Okay.
6 and a 4. So
Yeah, that's fine. That's good then. Yeah.
you rolled out 10.
Oh, what, a 10?
A 10.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere then, am I?
No, that's good.
Right, now
On the left.
on the left, I'm going to, first of all, the two main infantry units are going to try and do the same as what the others did. They want to move forward, not within range of you.
Okay, you just wipe the markers out.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7.
Yeah, they can do one thing then. Oh, they're normally on 9 because they're in column.
Yep.
So it goes down to
7, so you can do 2 things.
7. I can do 2 things. So I can move up as far as I can, but not within range of you.
For the purposes of this game, you can move.
So it's more. So 6 inches is one move, and if you have to move a little bit further to get a bit closer, but not within 8 inches.
Well, let's assume you can move what you want. So this is 10 inches. So you just want to be just about there then.
There. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, like that. Like that. I won't move the big man. And your dragoons on the left hand side.
Yeah, they're going to move forward. They're not in. They're going to try and change formation because they are light infantry, aren't they? Yeah. I want to change formation first, and I'm going to move forward as far as I can.
Okay. Right, so again 7. Roll 9.
No, they're not going anywhere, then, aren't they?
So they don't get past your charge, do they?
No. So now my generals need to move. Now, you see my commander-in-chief? Yeah. How far is he away from the artillery?
He is, to be precise, 7.5.
Okay. So he wants to give a command to the artillery because he's over 6 inches. He's normally 8. It drops down to 7. So on a 7 or, well, I need to get them to unlimber, basically.
3. So you've done it.
Yeah, they can unlimber, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they can fire as well. Need to check that. I'll come back to that in a minute. So and he will then move next to the gun.
And this guy here, what do you want to do?
Yeah, he will move up so that he's within 6 inches of
Like that.
all of his troops. Yeah,
And this guy here?
he stays where he is. I don't think he can.
Do anything.
He wants to be near that unit that's disordered, really.
So I assume you want to shoot now here.
Yeah. So what happens is,
Do you do shooting before melee?
I'm going to shoot. First, I'll shoot my one single skirmisher at your weapons in front of them.
So you're going to shoot here.
One man. Yeah.
So 1 dice.
Yeah. 1 dice.
5.
Yeah, it's a hit because they normally hit 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
But because their skirmish is shooting, it's 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's one hit.
Now you've lost a figure. Does that have any effect at all, or?
No, I'm disordered, which brings it back to 4 again. But it was a 5, so it was a hit.
Yep. So I've got to do a
And
saving roll.
you now got to do a save, and your saving roll is 5+, isn't it? I think.
Morale save.
Your morale, yeah.
Morale save, you call it, didn't you? No. So I've got.
No, so you've taken a casualty on that unit, and it must do a break test.
Straight away, immediately.
Yeah, because as soon as the Spanish, as soon as they take a hit, they have to do a break test.
Okay. So my brigade leaders are 7.
Because they're known as, hang on a minute, they are wavering. Must take a break every time a unit takes a
My
casualty.
morale save.
So you roll 2 dice.
Is it a 5+? Is it?
You just roll 2 dice, and you then look at on the
Which I haven't got. So.
on the break test table.
Well, I've rolled 9.
You rolled 9. Well, that's good.
You need to roll high, do you?
Yeah, it's not. If you look on you haven't got the break test table there, but a 9 is fine. If it had been 6, for example, if you'd rolled a 6, the unit would have held its ground. It's still all right. If it rolled a 5, it would have to fall back, but it didn't.
Okay.
So you're all right. So your unit.
Right. So Alex has charged me in, and I can now do closing fire in this melee just here. So closing fire. How many dice do I get?
2. You're shooting. So that's a normal line infantry, isn't it?
I only get 2, don't I? Yeah. So
Yeah.
do I just need 4s? Do I?
You need normally 4s, but because it's closing fire, in other words, it's incredibly close, you get a bonus, so it becomes 3s.
I assume your skirmishers are no longer there. Is that right? Oh.
Yeah, so you need 2 dice hitting with 3s.
Excuse me. Cat. 3s. I hit a 5 and a 3, so it's 2 hits.
A 5 and a 3, 2 hits. Now roll to save.
And you need, was it 4, 5
4,
or
5,
6?
6.
I think it's 4, 5 or 6 in these rules, isn't it, mostly?
Yeah, yeah.
Rolled 2 3s.
So I didn't save any. I've taken 2 casualties then.
That's good news, isn't it?
That is good news for you, yeah.
Good. Right. So we do the melee.
No, we do the melee. Yeah.
Do you move your big man?
Oh,
Or do
I
you
was
do
a
that?
little bit gung-ho here. I shouldn't really have done all this, but there we are. I wanted to get stuck in and see what happened, but on reflection, that was probably a bit gung-ho for me.
Oh, that's good.
Never mind.
I don't mind.
I know you don't.
Right.
Right, so I get 6 attack dice, and
So-
you will get 5.
So you got 6. Need more dice out, don't I? What I did. There we go, 6.
You can do that. You can roll mine first, then we'll do yours. So do my 6 first.
Yep.
Now I'm normally hitting on 4, 5, 6, but because I'm charging, I'm hitting on 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody gets that bonus, including me, does it?
So it's threes are hits.
You miss with 2.
So I've got 4 hits on you.
So I do the same.
You now roll to save those, and your morale save is 5s, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. Whereas yours is 4s.
So roll 5s.
I rolled 4 2s, so I lost 4 figures.
You did indeed. Well, you got 4 hits on you.
Not casualties.
No.
So I need to differentiate between that, do I?
So you put 4 next to your unit because it's got 4 hits on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that immediately, because you're shaken, your stamina for that unit is 3. So it's a shaken unit. Yeah.
This is even before the melee, before I fight back.
No, when the melee's finished. So just remember that it will become shaken after you've done your attack, your dice.
So
Now you've got
5.
because we roll simultaneously. You've got now 5 attack dice,
Yeah.
and you're hitting me on 4, 5,
Fours.
6. There's no bonus for you because you're not charged.
Well, I hit you 4 times.
4 times,
And there was
okay.
4 6s. Doesn't matter, does it?
No, now 6 is normally
Disorder
for
or movement.
shooting. If you roll a 6 when shooting, you disorder the unit you're shooting at, but that doesn't do that in melee. 6s don't count as disorder in melee. You just,
And your
They're just a hit.
morale saves
So-
is 4s.
yeah, I've got to save 4s.
And you saved the whole lot.
Cool, I like that.
No, I know.
Ooh, I tell you what, I needed that.
Yeah. So you took 2 on the way in. None for
I'll
the
tell you
melee.
for why in a minute. Right, now. So I've won the melee, clearly. Although, actually, having said that, normally I've got 4 hits and you haven't got any.
But
Yeah,
do
so at the
count
moment,
what about the shooting going in? Do you count that or not?
no.
No.
The shooting just adds to my unit, cohesion, and sort of, it's obviously going in. You cause those casualties, and they stay on that unit, of course. The big advantage with you shooting as I come in is if you'd rolled a 6, you would have disordered me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't. Now, had you disordered me, I would have been fighting slightly lesser effectiveness. I would have been hitting on 4, 5, 6 rather than 3, 4, 5,
How many
6.
did I need to disorder you?
So it's not a huge difference. So neither of us are disordered at the
I
moment.
needed 6 to
But-
disorder you. Yeah. Okay.
The actual melee itself, I got 4 hits on you,
You
and
got
you
4.
didn't get any on me. So it's 4-0 at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've got support either side of you. You've got 1 to your left and 1 to your right. So they are supporting that unit,
So
which would normally then, in other words, it's 4-2.
Yeah.
So I've got 4, you've got 2.
Yeah.
I can't count the unit behind me as support because it's got to be either directly behind me within 3 inches or either side of me. So supports count behind you and either side of
So
you.
behind.
Yeah.
To the left.
So I don't get any support, but you do.
But you still
But
won
in
by
this
2.
instance, because I got 4 more than you anyway, it's not going to make any difference. I still beat you 4-2.
Yes. So I lost by 2. So what happens to me?
So you've lost a melee, which means you must do a break test.
Right.
And you roll 2 dice.
And
And you do not want low here, Graham. Let me tell you.
I rolled 7.
7, right. So you are not. You've got now. First of all, you take off any excess casualties. Well, you're shaken on 3, aren't you? And you've actually got 4 there. So you've got 1 excess casualty. So 1 more than you should have to be
How do I know
shaken.
3 is shaken? My stamina level, you
Yeah, your shaken is your stamina values,
mean? Okay. Yep.
which is normally 3. You've got 4 there. So in other words, you've got 1 excess casualty on that unit.
Okay.
So that becomes a 6. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, okay. The
So I take
the
2
next
more
thing is
casualties. Alright. Yep.
so you're now on 6.
Yep.
There this is not that dice still stays on 4 for the minute. Yeah, don't move that because that's just how many casualties you're taking. Then you're not disordered, so you don't lose anything for that, and you haven't suffered casualties from artillery. So your total break test result is 6, and infantry in 6. I'll read it out to you. It says the unit retires 1 full move to the rear without changing formation at all times, avoiding contact with the enemy. Once it has moved, the unit becomes disordered. So that unit has to move back 6 inches and it becomes disordered.
Well, I'm right on the table edge here, which I will show you.
Yeah, that's all right.
So then 6 inches, I'll take them off the table.
No, well, leave it on the table for this. I mean, we would normally have started a bit further on the table. No army would start that near to the edge of the table, but because we're playing to a limited table size, we're not going to worry about that. Just move them back so that they are on the edge of the table.
Yeah.
If they go back a second time, I think they will have to go off.
Yeah.
But we'll be flexible with that.
No, thank you.
So you see what happened there. The unit, you didn't disorder me. I went in. We both taken casualties.
Am I shaken?
You now, your dice that was reading 4 a minute ago, you can now put that back to 3 again. Because after the melee has been resolved and you've done a break test, all excess casualties are removed.
Oh.
So it stays on 3. In other words, it stays shaken. Yeah?
Yep. Okay, so you can't go beyond that.
But it's also disordered, so you need to put a little bit of smoke with it.
Yeah.
So it's shaken and disordered, that unit is.
So I'm going to show shaken then. If I put make one figure fall over, like that. A couple of them on there, like that. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's good.
That'll do.
Now your 2 supporting units don't have to do anything, but if for example that unit had broken, in other words it had got 4 less and left the field completely, then the 2 supporting units would also have to do a break test.
Yeah.
But you didn't break, you just fell back. So those 2 units that were supporting that are still quite happy in that position. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, if I read out here the test results thing is, it says test supporting units if supporting unit breaks and flees. Well, you didn't, so you don't have to do another test. But my big gamble was I was hoping that they would break them, and then the other 2 units would have to test as well. And in theory, you could do the whole brigade. I mean, that would be a bit dramatic.
Well, you won every other dice.
Well, it could happen. It would have been interesting.
Yes.
So that is my turn completely finished because we've done all the movement, done all the shooting, done all the melee. It's now your turn.
Right.
So in that situation there,
I probably want to shoot you here.
well,
Shoot you
yeah,
here.
you've got a 45-degree angle of shooting from the centre of your unit.
Well, so my 45
You
degree is there.
you wouldn't you yeah.
I'm,
So how much of that unit is within 45 degrees? In other words, you can't fire at full effect because you've got too much of an angle. You would probably in these.
I only clip the back edge of your figure there.
Yeah, so you could probably fire. You normally fire at 2. You'd only fire 1 there
Which is no good.
because you haven't got the angle. The whole unit can't fire.
I want to fire my lights and my skirmishes at them, and I want to shoot the column that's coming forward.
All your other light skirmishers are in the same. Well, they can shoot because they've got the angle. They're 45 degrees. But the line infantry, I would think, should have to shoot straight ahead. They'd be well. If you want to use both of them to shoot with that line infantry, yeah.
With this group here, yes.
Yeah. You either shoot 1 at that column or you shoot 2 straight ahead.
And the shaking group can't do anything at all.
No, they can shoot. Yeah,
Okay.
they can shoot.
Well, okay.
Any
Can my cavalry charge you here?
you can give them an order to see whether they charge, and what will happen is I will automatically I've got no choice of this. I have to form square.
Well, that's what I should do then. So I think because you're
So first of all, do
initiative.
they don't have to roll for that actually because they're within. So they're within 6 inches.
No, they're not. They're 7.
Oh no, you will have to roll for them then.
Just with that.
Yes.
So I'm going to roll for the dragoons first before I do anything.
Yeah.
I've rolled 8. So they don't do
So
anything again.
they're not going anywhere. They're just standing there watching.
Fantastic. So I'm not going to put you in.
Oh, incidentally, can you remove my smoke marker from my unit now because it's no longer disordered?
Okay, it's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. Yeah. So you do all your. Have you got any
I'd like to move my
initiative moves you want to do
yeah,
first?
these guys here, I want to get them closer. So I'm going to
So
move
they can move on initiative.
Yep.
They just have to move up. They don't have to roll for them.
I rolled 4, so
You don't have to roll for them. They're within. Oh, are they within? Were they within? Sorry, I'm sorry, Graham. They're not within 6 inches, are they?
No, they're not.
No, so they would have to roll, and you rolled a 4 anyway, so they can do what they like. Yeah.
So how fast do they move? They move.
Well, that's why you should really say what you're going to do with
Well,
them.
I wanted them about here. That's what I did say. To be fair.
Okay, no, that's fine. Do that then. Yeah. So they're going to move up 1 move and shoot, aren't they?
Yeah,
Basically.
I want to shoot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought you would.
Well,
You little git.
That's all I can do, isn't it?
So you move up.
And shoot. I'm going to move these guys here forward because I want to get them closer
Yes.
as well. Up
Yeah.
to within about there.
Yeah.
7.
No, they're not. Then are they? That's it.
Because they're wavering. Because they're.
Oh, incidentally, can we go back a bit? Sorry.
Go on.
You tried to move your cavalry, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And they failed to move.
Yep.
So your infantry can't move either because that command can't do anything else.
Because basically you're saying I'm activating on the big man, not an individual initiative, is what you're saying, isn't it?
That's right. Your brigade commander can give as many orders as he likes individually, but as soon as he fails, he can't give any more orders. So that brigade can't do anything else.
So my lights were within 6 inches of your column that went into melee.
Are they?
Yeah.
So they can move forward on initiative then. If they're within 6 inches
Here.
of an enemy unit, yeah, that's fair enough then.
So I do move then.
Yeah, you do move them. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, except that no, you can't put them back because all initiative moves must be done before command moves.
Well, I haven't done any command moves.
You can't mix and match. The whole of your army must do initiative moves before anything else. Once you've stopped doing initiative moves, you can do your command moves.
So this was a command move then, the dragoons, not an initiative move. 'Cause it was
Correct.
and by doing
Yes.
that, it means I've negated everything else.
So what you should have done there was decided what was your priority. If your priority was to charge the cavalry, then obviously you've got to dice for them because they're too far away to
To
move
be
on.
fair, it
initiative.
was because I was trying to get you to go into square, which is why.
Yeah, so that was your priority. You would have done that anyway. But if that wasn't your priority, you could have moved all your initiative moves first. Try not to block your cavalry, then try and charge your cavalry in. But of course, you know.
Failed.
So it is important that you move initiative first and then command. You failed with that brigade, so no more orders can be given to
And
it,
that's no-
and you can't do any initiative orders.
So I'm stopped. I'm stymied here. So okay, moving on then to the central group.
Yep.
I'm going to try and come up, activate the big man here. I rolled 9, so they don't move. Fantastic. And I'm going to roll over here on the left-hand side.
And what are you? Yeah, but now what are you trying? You've got to explain what you're going to do with them.
Well, here,
Yeah.
my guerrillas are going to try and go into the woods. That'll be the first
Yes.
thing. And these guys here are going to try and move forward
Once
and try
and then
shoot.
fire. Yeah. Okay.
So
They're doing two different things, aren't they? One unit is the right hand unit are trying to move forward once and then they're going to fire.
Yeah.
The left hand unit are going to move forward more than once, aren't they?
Well, the guerrillas, you mean? The guerrillas are going to move
Yes.
as many times as I
Yeah.
can, and they're just going to move
Yeah.
once.
So you have to roll for them separately.
Do you have to declare everything before you roll?
Yes,
for
you
one?
do.
Right, okay.
You have to say which one you're going to do first and what they're going to do.
Okay, the first one will be the guerrillas, if
Okay.
it happens. And I rolled 7. You're going to tell me.
So they don't go anywhere.
So I don't move anything at all.
No. It's frustrating, isn't it?
Right, I'll sit down and have a sip of coffee. 1 minute.
Commander Control. Now, your overall commander in chief, wherever he is, you could give him to give an order to somebody, but he obviously.
What's his range?
Hmm?
What is his range? How far can he do it to anybody?
He can. Anyone within 6 inches, he is as normal, 7. If it's more than 6 inches, it drops to 6.
Does it have to be to the big man here? Or does it?
He's already, yeah.
But if I'm trying to command, is it an entire brigade he can command, or just a group?
So your overall commander in chief can now try and order those 3 regiments to do a brigade thing and move forward if you want. But it's going to be 6s, isn't it? Because you're more than 6 inches
Over
away.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try over here. So I'm going to try it first with the militia.
Yes.
2 dice. I rolled 7, so they don't move.
I know. So that's it. You're not doing much.
I'm not doing anything.
No, I know. It's the command. The command. You're rolling badly. I mean, I'm afraid. I just want to check to see whether any of your marauders might still be able to do a move. Can I just check on that and in the rules?
Please do.
Now it's your turn.
So stop there. So you've just had a look checking the marauder rules, and what was your findings, Alex? Sorry, I'll just start the recording again.
Okay.
After all that, what did you find about the marauders? Because that's what you were looking at, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was it?
What? So the
Marauders.
you can't, unfortunately, if you fail to activate your
There's
troops, you
no
can't.
bonus.
Even skirmishers. I thought skirmishers might be able to do one thing, but they can't. The only free moves you can get for figures on the table are if you're in march column, or artillery that's limbered can unlimber or do one move if it fails to activate. Yeah.
Okay, so that's that done.
Yeah.
There's no melee. I assume I stay. Do you now shoot at me?
No, it's your turn, so it's you to shoot.
So I shoot in your face, don't I? So
Yeah, so you can fire a gun, for example, at something.
okay, so I'm going to fire the gun, and I'm going to fire it directly at your gun before he fires at me.
It's not a very good target, really. You want to aim at my columns.
So if I'll aim at that column there then.
Yeah.
So that is 19 inches.
19 inches, so half that. What's half of, let's say you go up to 20, so it's 10. Yeah, so it's
Range of 48.
it's got a 24-inch range. A 12-inch range is half effect, so it rolls 2 dice. So anything up to half range, which is 24 inches, is 2 dice.
So firing against it. Okay, so it's 2 dice. I rolled a 3 and a 5.
3 and a 5. Well, let me just check to see whether that's hit, because let's have a look. Shooting, artillery shooting at a column, which it is. You get a +1,
Yeah.
so you're hitting on, instead of being 4s, you're hitting on 3s.
So it's 2 hits.
Oh, it's 2 hits. You rolled a what was it?
3 and a 5.
3 and a 5. So I'm not disordered. So it's 2 hits. So now I've got to roll, or you've got to roll for me to save. But normally it's 4, 5, 6. But the target is hit by artillery range at close or medium range is -2. So I only save on 6s.
1 and a 2 rolls. So you've got two hits.
2 hits. Wow, painful. See, artillery can be quite effective, because if they hit,
It's very hard not to.
that's the disadvantage with me being in column. It's a nice juicy target for artillery.
Right. So now it's my movement. No, it's not.
No,
movement,
no,
it's
it's
yours.
your musketry fire.
Oh yeah, I'm going to fire. So down here, these guys. So these are out of range, aren't they? Because it's 12. What's my range for muskets? Is 18 inches. So it's 9.
9 inches.
So
Yeah.
I'm just out of range over here.
Yeah.
But these are in range down here. So I've got my Catalonians against those, and they
That's
get
Two-
two dice.
2 dice. You're extremely close range, so you're hitting on
Threes.
3s.
2 hits and 2 to save. I assume you're saving a 4, 5 or 6. 1 and a 2, so you lost 2.
I lost 2, did I?
Yeah. So you've already got 2 on you already, so it takes you up to 4.
Okay, so
Which
put that up to 4.
isn't that your stamina? Is that your wavening?
Yeah, it's basically
Because your morale
if
is
I've
three,
got to do a break test
Now.
because I've suffered hits from shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Test effects test. Yeah, if you hadn't got 2, if you'd only got 1, I've become shaken. That unit is shaken now. But if you take excess hits from shooting, which you have done there,
Yeah.
means I've got to do a break test.
So you're
So-
shaken. So if I knock 2 over, so now you do that immediately, do you?
Yeah,
6.
right. 6 per excess casualty. I've taken a casualty above my shaken value, so that goes down to 5. But I'm not disordered, so I'm on 5.
Your morale
It's not
save
very
is 4
good.
plus. It says here.
So the infantry unit retires 1 full move to its rear without changing formation, and at all times avoiding contact with the enemy.
So you go back.
Once it's moved, it becomes disordered. So I go back 6 inches and I become disordered.
Not shaken.
It is shaken because it's on
Shaken.
its maximum. It's on its maximum.
Does that 4 become a 3?
Okay.
Does that 4 become a 3 because you're
Yes, it does because
because you
the
can only-
excess is now gotten rid of.
Yeah.
But it's a shaken unit and it's disordered. Yeah.
There we go.
Right. Any other shooting?
My range for shooting is
9 inches.
9 inches. Well, they're going to fire straight ahead there.
Okay.
And they're
So that's 2 men, isn't it?
6 inches, Spanish line, 3.
Oh, Spanish line.
No,
Are
it's
they
2.
line or
No,
line?
it's 2.
Line,
It's
line
2.
or two.
It's 2.
Yeah, 2.
It's 2. So a 6 and a 1.
A 6 and a 1?
6 and 1. So 6 disorders you.
Yes, it does. Which is really handy for you there.
And this is 1 hit and 1 to save. You roll a 1, so you go up to 2. But it's not yet.
Yeah.
Your stamina is 3. My lights here.
I'm struggling there. Yeah.
My lights, these ones, they get 3 dice, not 2. So I get 3 dice. You're 1 harder to hit because you've got skirmishes in front, remember?
Yeah. So you're hitting on
5s.
But you are skirmishes. You're still hitting on 4s with
Oh,
those.
okay, the skirmish up and down, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I hit you once, and it's a 6, but you're already shaken, disordered anyway.
Yeah.
And the saving roll of 3.
So I don't save, do I?
So you go up to 3. So you've hit your stamina level. So do you take a shake test again? The morale test. So I take the morale test. You rolled 8.
Oh, sorry. They haven't taken excess casualties, have they?
Oh, it's over. So they're right on it. It's got to be over.
They are now. How many has that unit got on it?
3.
3. So it's become shaken, but it's not an excess casualty, so it doesn't have to do a test.
It's not shaken. So you're disordered and shaken. And there's nothing else I can shoot with. So it's the end of my turn. These are shaken here. Do I become unshaken, or do I have to roll to become unshaken?
No, you have to roll to become unshaken, but your commander can only do that if he's still able to do so. And because he failed in his move to move the cavalry, he can't do anything else. If he still could do something else, when it's your turn to, with moving,
Yeah.
you can attempt to rally, but you can only attempt to rally if you still
Got you.
can do things.
Right,
Yeah,
so it's your
which you
turn
can't.
then. So where are you going to start?
Well, I've got a bit of a problem now, haven't I? Because that brigade has got 2 shaken units,
And in that brigade, you've got
3 men, 3 units.
3 units. Which
So
is
that
your
brigade
dragoons.
is now shaken.
The whole brigade is now shaken. So do the goons at the back become shaken as well? Automatically?
Yeah, they are. They're part of a. They're not. No, they don't become shaken themselves. I don't think. I need to look that up. But they are. That brigade is now broken. So I was very gung ho when it wasn't I?
So what
Let
happens?
me just read what happens to a shaken brigade. Read it out to you. So.
Go on.
All right, wait a minute. Shaken units, victory. Broken brigades, right, 83. I'm going to read this out to you. This could be a quick game, Graham.
I haven't moved off my backline yet, Alex. I haven't moved forward at all.
Right. At the start of the game, each brigade comprises a number of units, right? A brigade deemed to be broken at the beginning of a player's turn once half or more of its units are either A, destroyed and removed from the game for whatever reason, B, shaken, i.e. the unit has casualties equal to its stamina. Right, if a brigade consists only of 2, if a brigade includes 6, no, artillery don't count. Brigade includes small battalions, no, tiny units. I just want to see now what happens. Units from a broken brigade. Units can no longer receive orders in the command phase and cannot use their initiative. They must make a retire broken move instead. So I've got to retire with those. Units must make a retire broken move in the command part of their turn unless they are occupying buildings or defended positions. They must make their move insofar as possible. It will be to, even if disordered. So I can still defend myself, and I can still shoot if you get near enough to me.
But you shoot at a lesser effect because you're shaking, do you?
Yeah, but I've got to go back. So both of those units in that turn will have to go backwards.
How far?
Sit in normal move, 6 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, it says I can continue to face you and can shoot if need be. Units that are disordered remain disordered. Like, I can't remove that disorder now. Units that are shaken cannot be rallied. Well, it's a bit of a disaster for me. Yeah, okay, so I'll have to move the rest of my troops now.
Got it.
I hope that I can redeem myself.
So in the middle here, what are you going to do? Forward again? Avanti?
Well, I'm going to start with my 2 columns that are near the wood.
Oh, okay. Yep, so which one? These 2 here?
No, I won't first. I'll try. Sorry, I'm going to change that. I'm going to move my other 3 columns forward so that they're like the other ones did. They're not within shooting distance of you, but they've moved far enough forward.
Yep. Okay. I rolled the big man's initiative. 9. They fail.
No, they do one thing because they're normally 7, but because they're +2 for French, just doing columns, becomes 9, so they can do 1 move forward.
Which is 6 inches.
6 inches, yeah.
Which is fine. Now these guys have got 2 casualties. It doesn't affect them though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No, that's good.
They're probably not very happy, but it doesn't affect them. Doesn't
Yeah.
stop them doing that.
And the skirmishes as well.
Yeah, the lights, yeah, they're moving forward as well.
Okay.
Now the other 2, to be able to charge, how far away are they from your infantry?
They're actually within 12 inches. So,
Yeah, so I'd have to be able to move them twice to be able to charge, won't I?
yeah, but they are my militia.
Yeah, no, but for me to charge on you,
Yeah.
I need to be able to get a
Double
7, roll a 7 to be able to do that.
Mm.
I'm going to have to try and do it. I've got to try and break your line somewhere. See, the options I've got is I can change formation and go into lines, and they can all shoot a bit better. Or I can do the normal French thing and move forward in columns and try and get into combat.
Mm.
It's a bit of a risk I'm taking though. 2 units against your 2 militia. Your militia, I will be attacking with 6, but your shooters, I come in. Your militia fight quite well. They fight with 6 as well. Although they've only got a morale of 5. So they save slightly. No, I think I'm being a bit, I can't be too gung-ho. So I'm going to order those 2 units to change formation. They're going to go into a sort of like yours are, into a line.
Do you not need to roll a dice for that first, or can you do?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so I'm going to try. But before you do that, I'm going to change formation first.
You can do that for
Then
3.
I'm going to move up. Well, but if I get the dice roll, Graham, you've got a roll now. That's it.
6, you did.
Yeah, so they've changed formation and then they move up, but not within range of you because I can't shoot, can I?
No.
So they're going to be about 10 inches from you. So they're not going to move very far, are they?
They're on the objective marker though.
Ooh, I've got the objective.
Yeah, you have.
Not that that's going to do me a lot of good.
And obviously you've got your dragoons on the far side.
Yeah, those ones I'm going to order separately, and they will move.
Now you did
up and in as far as they can into the wood.
So, because your commander got control, you can do that.
Yeah.
So that's 12 inches, is it, or?
They'll do whatever they go. What's the distance up to the wood? Because they go half speed once they get in the wood.
Well, it's exactly 6 inches to the wood.
So they'll do a move to the wood, and then they'll be able to go half speed into the wood.
So it's 3 inches.
And well, no, you've got to roll for them. It's doing the different thing to what the other unit did. So they have to be rolled separately.
I thought you had to do that before you did command rolls.
No, you got to a brigade. The 2 units that have already moved from that brigade were given one order, that is to change formation and move forward once.
Yeah.
But the dragoons have been told to do something different, so you have to roll separately for them.
Gotcha. I rolled 8.
So they can do one move, so they can just move forward 6 inches. They can't do the rest of it. I've just had a nice cup of coffee bought for me.
Oh, lovely. Envious.
So they're on the edge of that wood.
Yep, that's where they are. Right on the edge. You can just see their heads poking over.
Yeah.
And that's that.
That's all I can. That's all I can do.
Shooting your gun.
Yeah, I'll shoot my artillery at your infantry. Nice big target there.
Nice
There,
shot.
those. Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you need? You don't get first fire or anything stupid like that.
Yeah, the range is 24 inches. So if they're within 12 inches,
They are. It's about 18 inches ish.
48. It's normal. Wait a minute, we did that wrong last time. The range for artillery is normally 48, but in this game it's only
24.
24. So you only get 1 dice for anything over 12 inches. So you can take one of those casualties off my
Oh, what a shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So 1 dice.
So you've
I
got
only
one
got
dice.
1
on me
dice
then.
on you. Yeah.
Rolled a 5.
Yeah. So I hit you,
I need to roll a
and
6.
you've got to save on just 6s. Yeah.
And I don't, so I take a casualty.
Oh, that means you've got to do a test. Ha ha ha.
Right. I rolled an 11.
Oh, blimey, they're all right, aren't they?
I love it. To use
No problem with that at all.
To use a phrase of a chap at the War Games Club, love it.
I've got nothing else in range for shooting, so it's your turn.
It's my turn. Okay.
Oh, can you move my officers up? Move my leaders nearer.
Yeah, he's within 6. He's within 6. And this guy here, he's straddling everything. So it's my
Yeah.
turn.
It's your turn, yeah.
So do you lose the disorders then, do you?
No, they don't remove. Once I'm shaken, once I'm looked at, commander's now broken, they stay disordered.
Disordered and shaken. Oh, okay. All right.
They stay disordered to the end of the game now.
Right, I'm going to try on the left-hand side here. Oh, it's a daisy. I'm going to try and activate this right-hand wing.
And what are you going to do with them?
Um,
You've got to say what it is you're going to do with
okay,
them first.
the dragoons are going to try and charge you there, or try and get as near as possible, and everything is going to try and come as far forward.
No, you can't do that. They've got to be ordered. If a brigade order, they've all got to do the same thing. If it's a brigade order, if you're asking one of them to charge, that's doing something different to the rest of the brigade. They have to be ordered separately.
Okay.
So decide what your priority is.
How fast can my cavalry, my dragoons go? And what do I need if I'm 13 inches away? So that's
Your normal move is 9 inches. I think. Hold on a minute. I'm just checking. I know your light dragoons. Your normal your move is 80. Yeah, 9 inches. So but they can charge and probably. I'm not. I'd have to check to see whether even though to sword and shaken, whether I still form square or not. Do you want me to check that?
I'm going to advance forward. I'm not going to charge Alex because I don't think I'm going to get anything.
Okay, I would do that. You don't need to charge there, really. I
rolled an 8, so they don't do anything. I haven't actually passed the dice yet. Do you know that? Just like to point that out.
You have not rolled below 7 the whole game, have you?
No, left-hand side. Over here.
Yeah.
Let's go in here. Roll 10 so they don't move. And in the middle.
Yep. But well, you got just.
I rolled a 5. Oh, sorry. I'm going to advance. I should have said. I beg your pardon. I'm just going to advance.
Yeah. So you're going to advance.
This is actually my first pass of the game. So now I need to roll to see how far they go, don't I?
No. You see, what you're not getting at the moment is, before you roll any dice, you've got to explain exactly what you want that brigade to do.
I want them to go as far forward as possible, Alex. As far forward as possible.
Okay, so then you've already rolled, haven't you? They succeeded, so now move them.
Which is...
Well, as far as forward, you did say... what did they roll on their dice?
I rolled a 5.
They rolled a 5, so they can do up to 2 moves then, because they're normally 7, aren't they?
Yeah.
Then it went down to 5. That's 2 moves.
Which is 6 inches. 12 inches.
Well, no, 12 inches.
12 inches. Good lord.
Oh, we're going to be...
I'm right on you there. Never mind. I said it, so I'll do it.
So you have to move, right quite close to them. You didn't want to do that, really, did you?
No, I don't know that. It's my bad.
Well, you see, that's why you have to make sure you know what you're doing before you roll. If you wouldn't do that normally. What you would have said was...
Up to about the middle is probably where I want
to be. Put them where you think you would have wanted them to have gone. And we'll assume that's what your order was, yeah?
Just to there.
But that's why you can't just roll to see whether you activate the unit. You've got to say what they're doing before you roll.
Yeah.
Because what you roll determines what they can do, whether they can move once, twice, or 3 times. So you have to explain what it is you're asking them to do before you roll the dice.
Gotcha.
That's really the most important part of this command structured game.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I realise that now. So I'm there. And that's it. So now...
Now can I give you a little tip here?
Go on.
Your commander-in-chief is sitting there. He needs to move to the left so that if your militia brigade fails to move part of it, he could still try and move the other half, but he wants to be within 6 inches to be able to do that.
Which he's not.
So at the moment, he's sitting in a position where he's not really very influential at all.
No.
He might as well move where he might be of use.
Next turn. Okay, so do I do shooting now? Or do you do shooting?
Have you finished all your moving?
Well, there's nothing else I can move, is there? Because I failed. The only
Well,
thing
your commander-in-chief, he
he
can still try and give an order to somebody.
Well, I should
that
try and
hasn't.
over here.
Yeah, okay,
But it's obviously going to be limited because I'm over 6 inches.
correct.
So I'll just see what I roll. 8.
No, okay, done. But now move him nearer. Now move him so that he's next time he will be a bit nearer and hopefully he'll succeed.
Move my big man up with them.
Yeah.
And now I shoot, don't I?
And now you shoot.
So they've moved twice, so I can't shoot with them.
No, that's right.
My shooting range is 9 inches, which you've made
9
sure
inches.
you just candidly it just over.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can shoot is my gun. And can I shoot down that line there?
Can you hit that? Can your artillery see it clearly? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to shoot
Go on
there.
then.
It's only 1 dice, I seem to remember.
Yeah.
Roll a 3, which is not enough, is it?
No, it is because it's normally 4s, but you're firing at a column.
But you've
3s.
got skirmishes there. You've got skirmishes in front of it, though, haven't you?
No, but they artillery ignore skirmishers.
So it's a hit then.
It is a hit.
And I rolled a 4. So you
So
say
take another casualty. Yeah, yeah. Add another one on then. So it's now taking 2 hits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The musketry fire must fire at skirmishers, but artillery ignores skirmishers.
Right. Okay. Your turn then.
Right.
Matt.
Okay, that's part 1 of my black powder and Napoleonics game. Great fun. I'm really enjoying it. Alex is showing great patience. See part 2 to see the concluding part. Anyway, hope you're enjoying it, and please subscribe.